RoboZone is presented by First in Michigan, Michigan's premier provider of K-12 robotics programs. Lawrence Technological University, possible is everything. Also brought to you by the Ford STEAM Experience, inspiring the next generation of problem solvers. The Dow Chemical Company, the human element at work. Fanuc America, the leading supplier of robots, CNCs, and factory automation. Consumers Energy, encouraging your inner genius. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And the DTE Energy Foundation. From inside the James E. O'Neill Jr. Arena on the campus of Saginaw Valley State University, welcome to RoboZone and the Michigan State Championships. We are presented by First in Michigan, where everyone has a chance to go pro. I'm Lauren Platt, and over the course of the next hour, we're going to bring you the highlights of the quarters and semifinals, and then full match coverage of the championship. 160 teams began here this weekend, 4 fields going simultaneously. This is an incredible achievement. Now, I'm not alone. Kiara Hay will check in throughout, but first, let's meet the guys who will help me break down all of this championship action.
Yeah, the excitement in this arena really started to build. It's been very high all day, but it's going to get even more so in just a bit. Okay, so let's start and talk about the rules of the game, how this is executed. Here are our critical game pieces. This wiffle ball will be known as fuel, and this gear. These are 2 very important components. Let's find out first exactly how the rules of this game unfold and what we'll see this afternoon.
So Steamworks is a 3v3 game, so 3 robots on a side. We've kind of got 3 different ways to score points. So the first way is fuel. We have these balls on the field, and we shoot them at a goal on the side of the field called the boiler. If you put a ball in the high goal, in autonomous, it takes 1 ball to earn a point. In the rest of the match, tele-operated, while the drivers are operating the robot, it takes 3 balls to get a point. The low goal is worth 3 times less. The second way to score is we have gears. We're delivering these gears to the airships. That's the big structures in the middle of the field. Delivering a certain number of gears will start rotors spinning. Each rotor you start spinning is worth 40 points apiece. The last way to score at the end of the match, we have ropes that will drop down from the airship, and robots will try to climb the ropes. And if they hit the beacon above their rope and it's lit up, that's 50 points per robot.
All right, let's meet our 5th member of the team. She's somewhere out here. Kiara. Hey, Kiara, hey.
Oh God, Lauren, I knew that pun was coming sooner or later. You guys know I always bring you amazing segments. So coming up, we go to LTU and I tell you all the amazing competitions that they have on their campus. And then Dow has been a proud sponsor of First because they're all about helping you discover your future.
Drivers behind the line, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, rush.
Because my ideas matter.
I am a problem solver.
I'm a competitor.
I am an innovator.
Robotics is my sport.
I am a strategist.
I am a motivator.
I discovered my career.
I am a leader.
I am the future. We've got all the fast and furious highlights of the First State Championship quarterfinals coming up next. But first, how about some first facts? 64 teams competed at the first FRC State Championships in 2009 at Eastern Michigan. 1992, FRC started with 24 teams across the country and 0 from Michigan. There are currently 3,318 teams competing in FRC all over the world.
We have only to look into each other's eyes to see the story of our planet. But if we move a little to the left and consider the notion of adding the human element to the periodic table of the elements, we see the world for the first time. We work the new chemistry, and in turn, we learn the secret to a better life, where chemistry embraces humanity.
Genius is not born. It's nurtured. It's curious. Genius takes teamwork, patience. It keeps going until that moment when it shines. Introducing the Generation Genius Project, a consumer's energy educational initiative to inspire a passion in science, technology, engineering, and math. Discover the genius in all of us.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Hey, welcome back to this hour-long coverage of the first Robotics Michigan State Championships. I'm Lauren Plant. 450 teams competed this season all across the state, the most ever. A record 160 teams competing at these state finals. 96 advanced to the quarterfinals. Here's a recap. The four divisions, pretty evenly matched, but several of our top teams clustered in the Dow division, which is where we start. The final saw the first-seeded Red Alliance, captained by the Killer Bees, Team 33, along with 28-34 Bionic Blackhawks and the Los Gorillas 469. They were taking on the six-seeded Blue Alliance, the Hall of Famers Hot Team 67, joined by 2960 Automation Nation and 1684 Chimeras. In finals match 1, the Hot Alliance scores 3 gears on Autonomous. Killer Bees shoot 20 balls in Auto versus 6 for Blue. 33 follows with 13 more fuel points. In the end, a tech foul against Blue widens the gap for a red win. In finals match 2, 33 shoots 23 in Auto. Blue Alliance scores 3 gears again in Auto. Both sides achieve all 4 rotors. 33 scores more balls, but Red leads going into endgame. Chimeras miss the hang for Blue. That's it. Red wins, and the top seeds are the Dow Division champs.
Hey guys, we're having a lot of fun, man. 500 points. Bionic Blackhawks are here coming off of a big finals win. How'd you guys do that?
Well, I mean, it was really just getting the 4 rotors. We were so close. I didn't think we were going to make it at the end, but we just barely got those. And then the Bees had an amazing shooting auto. That really contributed to the 500 points that we got.
Talk about the alliance and the symmetry you guys have right now.
Oh, it's amazing. Both our partners are doing great. 469's been playing amazing defense. They've been getting gears like crazy. We've been getting a lot of gears. Bees have that amazing shooter. It's just all working together exactly how we want it.
To Ford Field we go. 14 of 19 matches saw the 4-rotor bonus, and the final saw the underdog 8 seeds in red still in it. Torque 2137, Frog Force 503, and Ice Cube 4970 up against the blue second seed Robotics 6075, Strike Force 2767, and the Titanium Tigers 5114. In finals match 1, the 8th Alliance decided they could win the gears versus fuel battle, but neglected to defend. Blue able to get the 4-rotor bonus, add in 41 kPa from 2767, Blue wins. In finals match 2, Strike Force appeared to damage their shooter, forced to run gears. They got all 4 rotors, but a clutch 12th gear delivered by Frog Force, followed by 3 climbs, gave Red the victory. The tiebreaker saw the Red Alliance with a 68-point lead out of Auto, but unable to turn that into 4 rotors. Strike Force stole a couple of gears, got all 4 rotors spinning. The number 2 Blue Alliance, your Ford Division champions.
And I am here with Hannah Ferguson, Titanium Tigers, Team 5114. Just quickly talk about 507. What?
Yeah, that was crazy, this match. I think that the strategy that we chose was a perfect strategy. We tried it before, but I mean the pressure points is now the most important thing at this point. Once you get the rotors, once you get the climbs, it's all down to the pressure points, and I don't think really anybody saw that coming.
Quickly, how confident are you guys right now?
Pretty confident. We have our strategy down, and I think we couldn't have asked for a better team.
All right, good luck the rest of the way.
to the Consumers Energy Field, where we had the #1 alliance sweeping their way to the finals, and the second seeds fell to #6, who advanced. So, we had the 1 seed Reds, captained by Thunder Chickens 217, their partners the Foley Freeze 910, and Team Lancebot 4237. The Blues 6 seeds, led by Braybots Team 4391, along with Bob 85 and the Charge 2619. In Finals Match 1, the Blue Alliance came flying out of the gate, delivering all 3 gears and autonomous. Red recaptured the lead and held it until Blue scored their 4th rotor in the final moments to win. In Finals Match 2, Blue once again scored all 3 gears, but 217 and 910's autonomous fuel plus a quick teleop gear put him in front. However, a last-second penalty caused the lead to switch. Blue wins by 2 points to clinch the championship, the 6 seeds in the Final 4. And finally, we check out the DTE Energy Division. Here's who we saw in the finals. The first-seeded Red Alliance consisted of the Engineers 2337 and Team Robotics 107 and Raider Robotics 5561. The Blues were 3 seeds. The Captain, like a Boss 5509, with help from the Adams family 4405 and Feds 201. In Finals Match 1, Red led late until 5561 takes a hard hit from 201. That's a tech foul on Red for contact inside the opposing loading station. But 2 other penalties on Blue culminates into both alliances penalized. Blue gets a yellow card. In the end, however, a Blue victory. In Finals Match 2, the Reds' defensive strategy works for the most part. The Blue Alliance gets 3 rotors. Red has 2 and 50 kPa. All 6 spots hang. The Red Alliance victorious. The tiebreaker, wild. 5561 playing some heavy defense. 2337 reaches 48 kPa for bonus, but then loses power after a hard hit. During endgame, only 1 red robot can hang, and Blue gets 2. The Blue Alliance has won the DTE title. Hold the phone. One of the Blue bots made contact with 2337, which means Red gets a free climb, and the penalty for contact completely flips the script. The #1 Red Alliance, DTE Energy Division champions. Wow.
About time we finally get the chance to check out the Engine Nerds, and they're getting it done. And we talked about shooting so far today a lot, and they were convinced that that was going to get the win. You guys did it a lot. Josh, talk about that strategy and the efficiency you guys have getting in the hopper.
So we walked in there, and basically our autonomous would get the best start. You know, that first 15 seconds, we can end up with 30 kPa, and that's a humongous advantage over our opponents. After that, we just go for 40 and then try to hold them on D, and then they just can't beat us if they don't get 4 rotors.
So our Consumers Energy winner, 4391, 85, and 2619, coming from the 6th seed, will face off against our Ford Field winner, 6075, 2767, and 5114, the match we just watched. The sneaky 4th rotor there from them. And on the other side of our bracket, we've got our Dow Field winner. That was the 33, 2834, and 469 alliance. They'll be facing off against our DTE winner, 2337, 107, and 5561.
And so the format is the same. So what we're looking at here, it will take 2 wins to advance to the finals on each side, and then 2 wins in the finals to be our state champions here in 2017.
We are just scratching the surface of Michigan's first robotics state championships. You think you know all there is to know about First in Michigan? Well, here's a little first trivia. How many teams have been to all 9 Michigan state championships?
DTE Energy is committed to giving back. So DTE employees volunteer thousands of hours working in over 450 communities with more than 280 charities across Michigan. Why? Because we don't just deliver energy. We want to empower people in the communities where we live and serve. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
We have only to look into each other's eyes to see the story of our planet. But if we move a little to the left and consider the notion of adding the human element to the periodic table of the elements, we see the world for the first time. We work the new chemistry, and in turn, we learn the secret to a better life, where chemistry embraces humanity.
My passion is architecture. I don't want to sit around passively studying. I need to create. In our architecture studios at Lawrence Tech, we collaborate with students, faculty, and professionals from around the world. And from day one, we design using the same industry standard software that architecture firms use. I really feel like I'm designing my own future here. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to RoboZone. Did you guess our first trivia question? Here it is one more time. How many teams have been to all 9 Michigan State Championships?
I believe the answer is 7? I'm going to go with 22.
I'm going to have to say 340.
9.
Every year, 12.
All right, that was fun. We've got more trivia coming up a little later in the show. Right now, we move exclusively to Dow Field for the remainder of the championships. Who will be the last 2 alliances standing, competing for bragging rights in the state? Let's find out. Here are the semis. Let's break down our semifinals combatants. The Dow Division champs consisted of teams 33, 28-34, and 469. Their philosophy? Score 20-plus points of fuel in auto plus get a gear. Get 4 rotors quickly, then switch to defense to prevent their opponents from doing the same. The Consumers Energy Field champs were teams 26-19, 43-91, and 85. They believe score a gear in auto plus knock off 10 preloaded shots. Run gears and get your 4 rotors. The DTE Energy champs were made up of teams 23-37, 107, and 55-61. This alliance focused on defense. They ran no gears after auto. 23-37 shoots 25-plus balls in auto. Other 2 members strictly on defense. The Ford Field winners contain teams 60-75, 27-67, and 51-14. Now, they could also sometimes score 3 gears in auto for an extra 20 points. 27-67 had one of the best shooters. This group set an event high score of 507 in the Ford Division playoffs. Here we go. In semifinals 1, the Blue Alliance representing Ford Field taking on Consumers Energy Sporting Red. In match 1, Strike Force cannot lock on in auto, no shots. Red shoots only 4 balls. Blue scores 12 gears for 4 rotors. Red struggles to keep up. Blue wins 470-260. Whoa, Nelly! In match 2, still no shots from Strike Force in auto. Red scores 3 balls. Blue scores all 3 gears for 20-point advantage. Now both sides achieved 4 rotors and all robots hung. Initial advantage from auto carries. Blue wins 465-448. The Ford Alliance is in the title tilt.
Now in the finals, how pumped are you?
I'm super pumped.
Yeah, tell me what your strategy was going into the final game.
Going into the final game, we were going for 4 rotors as fast as possible. We had good scouting on the other teams, knowing they couldn't shoot as much, so we had to be faster and climb more.
And you're a pretty new team. This is only your 2nd year, so is this the farthest you've got so far?
Yes, we made it to Worlds last year, but this is the farthest we've ever made in a tournament.
At first, we were hoping to do our high shot for Auton, but unfortunately, we're working on that right now. So we switched over to our auto gear so we can get those extra points.
We hadn't had a chance to talk to you earlier, so tell me about your alliance and why it's been working.
So we wanted 1 shooter, 1 defender, and a very good gear runner. Well, actually a mix of 2 gear runners. And so we got a good combination between the 2, and they really help produce enough points and are very efficient. We're good communicators with each other, and we're just bonding as each match goes on.
In semifinals 2, the Dow champs in red taking on the DTE Energy winners in blue. In match 1, the Engineers shoot 25 for blue versus 22 for Killer Bees. Blue with a 3-point lead after auto. In Teleop, blue puts 55, 61, and 107 on full defense, while 23-37 continues to fire. Doesn't work. Red with 12 gears completed, all robots hang. Red wins 500 to 357. In match 2, Autonomous ends 103 to 97, blue in the lead. Then, blue attempts to block the red airship by sending 107 and 55-61 for almost the entire match. Engineers keep shooting and achieve the pressure bonus. Red struggles with the remaining open peg, which is damaged. Blue leads going into the endgame, but 107's hanging device stalls. Blue only gets 2 hangs. Red wins 304 to 287. The Dow Red Alliance into the finale.
It's just been crazy today. I mean, everything's been going as well as it could, knock on wood. But
I know.
Last match was a little insane, but that was some good strategy played.
Yeah, and that is really the thing, too. It's like you don't want to jinx it, right? But things really have been going well for you guys. Tell me why you guys have what seems to be a almost unbeatable strategy.
I don't know. Bees are really good at shooting, and they can cycle a couple of gears, and then Blackhawks do their thing and cycle, and we're a fast cycler. So we can get those 4 rotors pretty easily, and then Bees can shoot to give us kind of like a safety blanket. So it's pretty good.
So our championship match is all set now, and wow, if you just watching what we saw in the semifinals, we know that these teams are loaded with firepower and the ability to score points. So they know what they do well. They're not going to change what they do best. So we're going to see a lot of scoring here in this championship match.
And match 1 should be offense against offense, strength against strength, and then we'll see who loses, what they're going to do to adjust afterwards. One interesting thing that's happening here is because of the way that the seeding works when we come to this one field with our 4 divisional winners, the Dow Division teams that have been playing on this field all day have been the Red Alliance all day. They are now the Blue Alliance.
Yeah.
And the other alliance had been playing blue in the semifinal. They are now red. So I don't know if that's going to maybe throw off their auto modes at all, if that's going to maybe throw off their drivers at all, but it is a change to note.
Time now for a state championship version of Steamworks Shoutouts. Team 4325 Robo Rangers out of the southwestern part of the state, Cassopolis, celebrating 6 years as a team. We say hey to the Troy District combined squad of Troy and Athens High School, the Hammerheads, Team 226. How about some love for another southwestern squad, Paw Robotics, Team 5462. We go east to show respect to the Linkbots, Team 6538 from Lincoln Consolidated Schools. And they must be Star Wars fans in the UP community of Rudyard, Team 5709, aptly named the Rudyard Nerf Herders. We all remember when Princess Leia said to Han Solo, "Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking Nerf herder." It's been a great 2017. Full play-by-play of the finals coming up in this hour-long edition of RoboZone. Stay with us.
FANUC America is the #1 supplier of robots, CNCs, and factory automation. Our certified automation training prepares students for high-tech careers in advanced manufacturing. Manufacturers use automation to maximize productivity. That's why high-paying careers in advanced automation are in demand today. Our CERT program provides manufacturers and educators a STEM-based curriculum centered on robotics and automation training. Contact FANUC to learn more about our certified automation training programs.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser.
Probably one of the easiest fundraisers that I'm aware of. It's a logical fundraiser. You're buying a pizza and you're not paying $20 for the pizza. You're actually paying a little bit less for the pizza than what it's worth. And so to me, it's a win-win.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Genius is not born. It's nurtured. It's curious. Genius takes teamwork, patience. It keeps going until that moment when it shines. Introducing the Generation Genius Project, a consumer's energy educational initiative to inspire a passion in science, technology, engineering, and math. Discover the genius in all of us.
Hey guys, I got some good news for you. Robotic competitions don't have to end after high school. Let's go to LTU for more. The students at Lawrence Technological University are building robots, cars, and aircrafts from scratch to be used in competitions throughout the country.
So our robot this year is called MASK. It's for the Intelligent Ground Vehicle competition. It requires that we build, program, and wire a fully autonomous vehicle that can navigate through an outdoor obstacle course.
The Baja car is used in an off-road competition. Our front wheel travel can go about 8 inches up and down. We're able to take jumps of about 6 feet within design. We worked really hard to make sure that our car would be lighter and faster than previous years.
So our robot is a project for the Henry Ford Paquette Avenue plant in Detroit. Our robot will follow a tour guide around the museum and broadcast a live tour across the globe so people at home can sit in and enjoy the museum experience without actually going to the museum.
Joey competed in FIRST Robotics, and although his robot now isn't used for competitions, he still feels like a winner.
Building a robot to compete is fun because you get to see it win at the end of the day, but at the same time, there's very many aspects that from building a robot to compete to building a robot that's going to help people come and see a museum. There's very many of the same aspects. Just don't, at the end of the day, you get to see your product in full tuition instead of it beating up other robots in a competition.
So whether it's for competition or functionality, the students at Lawrence Tech are able to build and create what they love.
Where possible is everything here in theory and practice. So in the classroom, you get to learn about stuff, but you get to also build things like our senior project. So it's not all just math and theory, it's the practice as well.
For RoboZone, I'm Kiera Hay.
All right, so it's been an incredible, fast-paced, bizarre, wild, joyous day so far here at the state championships. Dan Kimura joining me now as we kind of close out the first half hour of the show. And what's your biggest takeaway on what's taken place as we get ready for the finals?
There's so much has happened, right? We had 4 fields. Each field played a full elimination tournament. We've got 4 winners coming from those coming together on a final field, and we've seen everything. I think flexibility has almost been the story of the day. We've seen teams winning in all kinds of different ways, with balls, with gears, with hangs, with defense. So it's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen, in the finals here, but we definitely have a mixture of skills available.
All right, that is what you call a tease, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to stick around for the next half hour. It's all finals all the time. It's going to be great.